What's going on, guys? Today is another ratings review. This is part 4 of the top 50 players in NHL 20, looking at players ranked 20 to 11. And starting off here, we have a very good player, Johnny Gaudreau, one of the best wingers in the game. And as you can see there, he's 90 overall, which I definitely agree with. Personally, I feel like he's a top 5 winger in the NHL. It would be Kucherov, Ovechkin, Kane, Marchand, and then Gaudreau. That would be my top 5 wingers, I think. So take a look at his stats here. So they have him listed as a sniper, which is kind of interesting. Pasternak's more of a sniper than him, scores more. Yeah, he was a playmaker, Gaudreau's a sniper. I'm not exactly sure how they decide that. So hands there are so sick. All 95 and 96 puck control. Like, that is unreal. Defensive stats are honestly better than I expected. 80-60 awareness. 75 faceoffs is pretty high for him. I didn't think he played center that much. 82 shot block. I feel like Gaudreau should have like a 75 shot block. I mean, come on. He's like one of the smallest players in the NHL. 90 stick check. He does have obviously a very good stick. 95 discipline there. Hardly ever takes a penalty. 94 offensive awareness. 90 poise. Skating stats are all really good. 93 speed, 94 excel, 95 agility. Shot there, very accurate. 92 and 93 for the accuracies. And still pretty powerful too, 88, 89. Personally, I'd probably lower the power a bit, maybe like 85, 86. Physical there, he's got 80 aggressiveness, 76 body check, 82 strength. I feel like, again, they probably should lower the body check to 70, maybe even like a 65. Aggressiveness, 80 I think is fine. And strength, maybe make it like a high 70, but other than that, I guess, making it, a bit more authentic with his size. I definitely agree with all the skill stats. He really is that good. So, probably going to be one of the sickest players to use in the game. After that, number 19, we have Mikko Rantanen, 90 overall. So, I'm a big fan of Mikko Rantanen. I drafted him a couple years early, actually, in fantasy. Then again, when he had his breakout season last year. And then this year, like, everyone knew about him, so it was hard to get him. But I think 90 is a bit too high for him. Draisaitl was an 89. Personally, I feel like Draisaitl's a better player than Rantanen. At most, like, they're tied. Rantanen I don't think is better, so either Draisaitl should also be a 90 or Rantanen should be an 89. I usually just kind of find a player that's close and based off that, so not too big a deal. Looking at his player face too, I feel like it could be a little bit better. Forgot to mention Gaudreau's there. Looks pretty good, but again, he's got a helmet on, so it's tougher to say. Looking at his stats here, so he's a sniper, pretty good hands as well, 92 plus, 89 defensive awareness, 85 shot block, 91 stick check. Pretty quick, 88 speed excel, 90 agility. He's got 90 poise, really good shot there, all 90 plus, 88 strength. Some people forget he's actually pretty big, 6'4", 211. So big, powerful sniper, kind of can do it all. I feel like all those stats, honestly, I agree with. Again, I think he just might be a bit too high rated, but maybe I'm just kind of being, jealous here as a big Draisaitl fan. That's probably all it is. So next up, number 18, we have John Tavares, 90 overall. Definitely agree with this one. I think one of the best centers in the NHL. Really good game face there as well. So he's a sniper, they got that right. All his hands are 94, so almost as good as Gaudreau. 90 awareness, 87 faceoffs, quite high. 84 shot block, 90 stick check. 94 offensive awareness, pretty unreal. I see that his skating stats still aren't the greatest. Speed and excel, both 85. I feel like Tavares isn't quite that slow. Even O'Reilly, I think, was an 86, and I think Tavares might be faster than O'Reilly. Agility, though, it looks like they actually gave a big boost to, now an 89, so they'll definitely help out. Even though Tavares won't have as much top-end speed, you should be able to still move around the ice pretty good with the 89 agility. Shot there is amazing, 94 wrist shot accuracy. Slap shot's honestly really good too, so 91 to 94 there. Every single one's different, but an amazing shot. And then physical stats there, pretty solid, 88 strength. He's got 84 aggressiveness, 84 body check. So yeah, just a very good all-around center. Wish he was a little bit faster, but other than that, I think they got all this other stats right on for him. Now number 17, we have Brad Marchand, who I said was the 4th best winger in the game. 90 overall, well-deserved. I think both him and Gaudreau had 99 points this year. So, I mean, one shy of 100 should make you a 90 overall player, which is why Draisaitl absolutely robbed. I still can't get over it. So, Brad Marchand here, 2-way forward, makes sense. Probably the best, pass instigator in the game. Hands there, very good, 92, so 93 hand-eye. 90 defensive awareness, 85 shot block, 89 stick check. 90 poise, 93 offensive awareness. Discipline, obviously, pretty low on him, only a 70, surprised it's even that high. Skating there, not too bad, 88s, 89s. Shot there, really good. You can see accuracy's 93s, power 88, 87 strength, 91 aggressiveness, makes sense for him, 90 body check. Like we said, probably the best pest in the game. So, Marchand stats there, I think, look really good. Nothing I would change. After that, we actually have a goalie, John Gibson, number 16 player in the NHL. So, they have him ranked pretty high. I'm a big fan of John Gibson as well. So, this is tough, though. Like, is he a better goalie than Holtby? Is he tied with Bobrovsky? Or is Holtby also a 90 maybe? Like, is he in that tier? I think maybe he is. He definitely deserved an upgrade. I think last year they started him at like 85, which made no sense. So, good upgrade. I like it. Let's see his high stats there. 93 rebound, control, and recovery. I think that's the exact same as Rask maybe. All the other stats there, low 90s. Again, like if they're an elite goaltender, it's really tough to tell like 1 or 2 overall apart. So all these guys being 89, 90s, more or less it's fair. And as you guys can see too, he's 26, so he'll have elite potential. 1 year left to grow still in franchise. Could end up being 91, maybe even 92 if you have a really good first season with Anaheim. As well, he has a great contract, so Gibson will definitely be one of the most valuable goalies in franchise mode. After that, we have the cover boy, number 15, Austin Matthews, 90 overall. Make sure to get his game face right. That beard's looking pretty full, though. I don't know if it's ever looked quite that good. So Matthews is 1 overall above Marner. Probably has high elite, where I'm not. We'll see, I guess, some of the other potentials. I don't want to, speculate too much yet. Is Matthews worthy of 90 overall? I think he's really good. And taking a look at his stats here, I see they finally fixed his player type. No longer they have him as a playmaker. They have him as a sniper, which he is. He's one of the best goal scorers in the game. So I definitely wouldn't have him higher than a 90. For me, Matthews is like an 89 or 90, so they got it right. Hands there, very solid, all low 90s. 89 defensive awareness. 83 faceoffs is a bit on the lower end for elite signings we've seen, but still not terrible. 83 shot block, 90 stick check. Again, he's got a very good stick. I wouldn't even mind if that was like a 92. 92 offensive awareness, 95 poise. That's pretty ridiculous. Maybe you score 4 goals in your first game, you get 95 poise. I'm not exactly sure how they come up with that one, because some other guys that have been in the NHL longer, kind of been past the first round of the playoffs that only have 90 poise. So I don't know about that one. I think that might be a bit too high. 90 discipline, doesn't take very many penalties. Skating there, 90 speed, XL, and agility, 87 endurance. Again, I don't really get that one. So it's 10 higher than Draisaitl. And Babcock really didn't even use Matthews that much, whereas we said Draisaitl was second in time on ice. So some of these stats, I'm really not sure how they come up with. Maybe being on the cover, you get a little bit extra boost. Shot there, honestly, I wouldn't even mind if that was a bit higher. You can see it's all low 90s. 90 for the power, 91 slap shot accuracy, 92 wrist shot accuracy. I wouldn't even mind if that wrist shot accuracy was 93, 94. Slap shot, probably good though at 91. Physical stats there, 80 aggressiveness, 85 body check, 88 strength. Matthews is pretty big as well, 6'3", 216. So for the most part, I'm agreeing with Matthews' rating. Again, the big thing, I'm glad they finally changed him to a sniper. After that, we have Alex Barkov, everyone's favorite underrated player. No longer underrated. The dude's 90 overall, 14th highest ranked player in the game. And game face there looks pretty good, so they got that right. Have him listed there as a two-way forward, 93 defensive awareness, 87 faceoffs, 89 shot block, 93 stick check. So yeah, they have him listed as like one of the best two-way centers in the game, where, like you mentioned before, I think that goes to Bergeron, Kopitar, Taves, O'Reilly. I guess maybe he's like the 5th, so in that case, it's not too bad. And looking at his puck skills there, you can see all in the low 90s. Obviously, he's nasty. 93 offensive awareness, 90 discipline and poise. He's also not the fastest like Tavares there, 85 speed and excel, with only 86 agility. I don't know if Barkov's quite that slow. Like, I think he should have at least 86, maybe even 87. Again, Tarasenko, I think, had 92, and I'm pretty sure, like, these guys are just as fast as Tarasenko. I don't know. Shot there looks to be pretty good. 90s for the wrist shot. Pretty much works up to 90 for the slap shot. Wouldn't even mind if that shot was a bit higher for him. 90 strength, so he's got very good strength there. With 85 aggressiveness and 87 body check. Again, he's another bigger center, 6'3", 213. He's hard to get off the puck. So, looking at Barkov, I feel like defensive stats might be a bit too high, and then skating stats a bit too low, and maybe even increase his wrist shot a bit. Other than that, though, it's pretty good. So after that, we have number 13, Patrice Bergeron. Just mentioning the best, two-way center in the game. It's got to be him. A very good game face there. I really like the camera angle, too. It's like coming from the ice on a face-off. I assume, speaking of face-offs, this guy's got the best. He does not. Wow, that's a shocker. Bergeron's got 92 face-offs, so he's got lower face-offs than O'Reilly. I think had 94. Taves had 93. Kopitar had 93 as well. And then Giroux had 95. Almost, I think, in the last, 6 years, Bergeron's had 95 faceoffs, the highest rated faceoffs in the game. That's a bit of a shocker. I'm not sure if he didn't do as good this season. It's not something I just know on the top of my head. I definitely have to go check it out. But defensive stats there are insane. 94 D awareness, 91 shot block, 95 stick check. Hands there, all 90 plus. Offensive awareness, 92. Poise, 90. Skating is pretty solid too. All 88s there, 85 endurance. Shots, all high 80s. Again, he's known for his two-way game, not being a sniper, but it's still good enough to score. 88 strength as well, with 80 aggressiveness and 84 body check. Like I mentioned before, he's the best two-way center in the game, and these stats show that. Only thing I'm not sure about is the face-offs actually dropping from last year, where everyone else has gone up because they've boosted face-off ratings. Definitely a bit of a shocker to me. And number 12 here, Steven Stamkos. Again, great player, what can you say? 90 overall. Looks to have a solid game face there. Let's see. So they have a playmaker now opposed to a sniper. So I'm glad to see this player type change as well because everyone thinks of Stammer as a sniper, his like one knee clappers. But if you look at his stats over the past few years, he's actually developed into much more of a playmaker. I feel like he's just feeding the puck to Kucherov, Brain Point, whoever else. And he's got like way more assists now than goals. So I think he's kind of adjusted his role. So let's see here. Hands are insane. 94s, 90 hand-eye. I'm not sure why his hand-eye is low. He's known for the one knee clapper, which is all hand-eye. He like snipes it. I think that one should be 94 as well. 90 defensive awareness there, 84 faceoffs, 82 shot block, 88 stick checks, so pretty solid. Speed there is very good, 93 everything, 94 offensive awareness, 90 poise. So that's one thing, like, is he that much faster than Tavares? 8 across the board on skating, aside from agility? I don't know about that. And then speaking of his shot, you can see 94 slap shot power, 91 accuracy, 92 wrist shot power, 90 accuracy. Very good shot on the guy. Physical stats, 87 strength, 83 body check and aggressiveness, so again, Stamkos, very good center. With 84 faceoffs, you can play him at center, at wing. With that shot, with those hands, he's going to fit in anywhere. Only thing, like we mentioned, I think hand-high definitely should be higher. And I think he honestly might be a bit too fast here, especially compared to some of the other guys. Like, I think they actually have him listed as faster than Brain Point. Let me go check that right now before I look at the last guy for you. So, Brain Point, 90, 92, 92. Yeah, Brain Point they have as slower than Stamkos when I am 99% sure Brain Point's the fastest player on Tampa Bay, so doesn't really make any sense. And finally here, guys, we have Evgeny Malkin. I actually covered him in the first video. We only saw the rating, though, 90 overall. Did not see the stats. Again, his game face, I think, looks really good. So, Malkin here, playmaker. Looking at puck skills there, all 94 with a 93 deking. Defensive stats, 88 D awareness, only 77 faceoffs, which honestly is probably fair for Malkin. He's really not the best in the faceoff circle. It just kind of sucks because, like, if you look at him, 6'3", almost 200 pounds. Like, he's kind of prototypical center, just his faceoffs aren't good enough, which means you have to use him on the wing if you're playing hot. Franchise doesn't matter as much. 84 shot block, 89 stick check, 94 offensive awareness. Discipline there is a little bit lower than I expected, 75. 91 poise though. As well, he's got 90 speed with 89 excel and agility, 91 balance, so very, very tough to knock off the puck, especially with 91 strength there, 87 body check and aggressiveness, and his shot is unreal. 93, 94, 94, 93, like, the dude can rip it. So aside from his faceoff stat, Malkin really can't get much better, which makes sense. In my opinion, honestly, he might be a top 5 player in the game, which is kind of surprising to see him out of the top 10 here, although I'm sure there's at least a couple other 90 overall guys in that top 10 that he's tied with. So that is it, guys, for the ratings. Tomorrow will be the top 10 players in the game. I'm sure we're going to see McDavid, Crosby, McKinnon, all those guys. And one interesting thing I saw someone mention is how we haven't seen Roman Josi yet, which means at most he's an 88 overall, tied with PK Subban, which really doesn't make much sense. I think Yossi's the better defenseman, so if Subban's an 88, Josi should be at least an 89, or Subban should be lower, because they wouldn't have traded Subban if he was as good as Josi, even with that cap hit. Clearly, like, Yossi's better. They want the money for him. So, again, there's some ratings when you look at it compared to, like, other players on the same team where you know where they stand. They just don't really add up. But overall, I do think these are a lot better than years past. Also, too, guys, wanted to mention this quick. On Twitter today, EA announced how there's going to be 33 alumni teams, which is pretty sick. So you've got all the NHL teams, not including Vegas, as well as the Quebec Nordiques, Hartford Whalers, and Minnesota North Stars. Pretty cool to see. I know in NHL 19 you could use alumni teams in threes, but it was only 3-on-3, and you had to lock guys and stuff. It just wasn't as good. Now they're actually, like, full teams, and they got game faces too. So Chicago Blackhawks here, Jeremy Roenick, Stan Mikita, and Chris Chelios. I'm wondering too, like, will a guy like Chelios be on both Chicago and Detroit? Because 93 overall, I think he played more for Detroit than Chicago, or at least it was the same. So I'm curious how they're going to do that. Also, too, Quebec Nordiques here, pretty nasty. You got Forsberg, Sakic, Stastny. Could even add Sundin to that. Like, there's going to be some very, very cool teams. So I'm definitely excited. Also, since this is a ratings review, looking at the ratings there for the Legends, I feel so far so good. Stastny might be honestly a little underrated at 88. Even Mikita and Roenick, honestly, maybe both should be 90s. I don't know. It's not really going to matter when it's just something like more for fun, but you can actually use those teams in franchise mode now, which I'm very excited to try out. So that is it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video again. Top 10 players tomorrow. Can't wait to do that. As always, guys, if you aren't subscribed yet, please do that. If you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.